So we're back on the Business Zone with
Crystal
and Gilbert Buchanan. Our special co-host with us today is
Miss Linda Sam.
Linda, formerly Morgan, now Sam.
Well, Morgan Sam, we can hyphenate,
Morgan
right?
Sam.
Kind of, sort of. No, all right,
And-
Sam.
I dropped that Morgan.
Okay.
And before we introduce our special guest on the show today, we want you guys to call in because we've got 2 books here today. 2 books that you guys can win if you call in and ask a question to our special guest. Our phone number is 323-293-3375. I'm going to read it again. 323-293-3375. You guys got
to call in.
The first one to call in. There are 2 books, so the first 2 to call in.
Yes.
You guys will win this book, okay? All right.
All righty. So let me tell you who we have. Miss MJ Duffy, that's her actual pseudonym for her writing name. But other than that, for those of you that know me and know her and know Recycling Black Dollars, we know her as Melba Carter. And so she is here today to share. She's launching her 3rd book in her 4-book series, and it's called The Zonkly Chronicles. Miss Duffy, MJ Duffy, Queen of Paranormal, and I'm reading this from the Sentinel. They wrote an article on her in 2012 when she first launched the first book, and it's a romance novel. And as they put it, she was turning up the heat with Lost Love, the first book in the Zonkly Chronicles. It's a paranormal sensual thriller, and it's a page turner. Now, I read both of these books in 24 hours. I couldn't put them down. They were sizzling. I had to go back to Melbourne and go, excuse me, where the heck did this come from?
Does it mean she was making love to ghosts?
Not ghosts, but it was incredible.
Okay.
So, but beyond the fact that she's written these 3 amazing books, there's a little background, a history that you need to know. So she battled with dyslexia when she was younger.
Really?
And she, up until she was 14 years of age, and out of that she read Gone with the Wind. The story was spellbinding. It caused her to become a voracious reader, and from there her dyslexia diminished, and she continued to devour historical romances. And through those books, she traveled the world and grew fascinated with the history of the land and the people. So the story takes place in West Africa, and the reason that is because she was married to a Nigerian from Togo.
She was married. He was actually, yes,
Togolese. And so her book the background is the enchanted country and the people's spiritual ties that inspired her for her main characters that she wrote in her book. So you want to, before the new book gets here, it's highly suggested that you go and purchase Lost Love and Captured Love, because it's a sequel.
The 3rd book is Defiant Love.
And Defiant Love.
And the 4th book is
So which one is the first
Love.
one? Is it Lost Love?
It is Lost Love.
Oh, okay.
So it's absolutely amazing. So we are so honored to have her here. So welcome to the show.
Well, thank you very much, and I'm the one that's honored. I love you.
Aww.
And I'll tell you why. Crystal has been one of my most steady fans, and she's been the one who said, you have to make sure that no matter what, you write a book too. And I said, well, I have 4 of them mapped out. She said, get them out of your head.
Yeah.
Get them out of your head. So let me share with you that, yes, when I grew up, first of all, no one knew what dyslexia was. So all I knew was that letters jumped all over the page. And I never, ever could understand why I couldn't read. Right. And not only that, I couldn't tell time until I was 14 either, because numbers and letters just didn't make sense to me.
Right. Wow.
But at around 14, I saw this book. I had already heard of Gone with the Wind, the movie, because it had come out before I was born.
Yeah.
And I just decided I wanted to read it, and I powered through it. And I became so enthralled. I truly could see Now, this has nothing to do with the politics. It has to do with words for me. And I could see Mammy, and I could see Scarlett. And so I began to devour books. And, I know that there are more children in our community that suffer from dyslexia. Now, the good news is that it has been diagnosed. The bad news that our children don't always get the assistance they need. Right. So I want to make sure that I say to anyone who's struggling with literacy, who's struggling with reading, that there is hope. That's number one. So I want to say to parents that feel as if the needs of their child is not being met, it can be. It requires aggression and assertiveness on your part. That's number one. Number two, when I reached a certain age in my life, now I won't say how old it was, but it was very close to retirement. I realized I didn't have a retirement plan, Crystal. I didn't have a retirement plan. What I had was Social Security, and quite frankly, what I felt then was very insecure.
It's called social insecurity.
Thank you.
That's what it's called.
Actually, they took away 3/4 of what I thought I was going to get. Okay. And they came up with all reasons.
All kinds of reasons, yes.
Yes. First 7 years of your employment, it disappears. They don't compensate you for that. Well, actually, I was a legal secretary then. That was when I was making some of my most money. But at any rate, I decided I needed a second act. And my second act was to do what I always wanted to do. Create some heroes and sheroes that looked like me. By this time, I had gone through college at UCLA, met my husband, who was Nigerian, and became really just mystified with the folklore. And so I decided to write a book about some sheroes and heroes that came out of Africa. Africa was the homeland, but just we all know, Africans have gone all over the world. Didn't we go into Europe first?
Yep.
It's amazing to me how, Neanderthals have become very smart individuals. And I think that's because what we found, and I don't want to have a dent on anybody, but when they found that 8 to 10 to 12% of the DNA of most Europeans is from the Neanderthal, all of a sudden, they became brilliant people.
And they were out of a cave. Let me tell you where they lived, in the cave.
Thank you very much. So the bottom line is I began to write. And it is about the African diaspora and how we are all over the world in many ways, from music to literature, to inventions, everything from what we find in our homes today to what we find in the atmosphere, in the space ships. I couldn't even get it out. But we know that we've been there all along. Okay. So I wanted to write these heroes, and I did. They're people who look just like you and I. No, they're not witches. They're not werewolves. They don't make love as ghosts. But they make very salacious love.
That they do.
see, I can't wait to hear about this paranormal love affair. That's what I want to hear about.
So, well, tell them a little bit about your characters, and it's not paranormal in the sense that they have very special powers. Gifts that came through their lineage and she's created not just a book, she's created an entire land that is called Zonkali Land. And if you go to her website and you want to share that with me.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Well, actually, I was out before
She
Wakanda.
was there before Wakanda.
But you know what? Isn't that wonderful? Afro fantasy. And it really doesn't matter who the author is.
Yes.
And it is mjduffy.com. And Duffy is spelled D-U-F like in Frank, F like in Frank, Y.com. Or
Go there
you can
now.
go to Zonkley Chronicles.com. And I'll spell that for you. It's spelled like Zankly, but it's pronounced Zonkley. Zankli, and then the word Chronicles, Chronicles. Either way, and that is .com, you will get to the website. And what you will find is an experience.
Somebody better call in and get these books.
I don't know what's going on.
323-293-3375.
That's
Call in.
right. Hey.
Any of my friends watching, call in.
Hey,
You can get a book
Marcy,
to me.
Raina, you guys give us a call in here. Give us a call.
I
Get the
want
book.
this book. Somebody call in.
Get the book.
But tell them a little bit about the some of the an overview of some of the characters.
Well, the
and
first
their
thing you
gifts.
need to know, if you do buy the book online, it is it is worth it's not that expensive, but it is worth anywhere from $100 to $495. That's what they sell it on eBay with my autograph. And the two books that I have, I will be providing my autograph. They will be autograph copies.
All right.
Let me tell you a little bit about Andre Dunn and Tyler Mueller. Tyler Mueller is like most of us African Americans, miscegenated. But she basically passes for white. Not because she wanted to, but actually her mother gave her up at birth. She was born HIV positive.
Oh, somebody's calling.
But one of the gifts that Zonkleys have is they can self-heal. And so even as a toddler, she was able to self-heal. And
We got a caller.
I'd love to talk to them.
All
Do we
right.
have a question or a statement?
Bring them on. Caller, are you there?
Hi, yes, we are.
Yes. Who's calling, please? Say your name.
Hi, yes, my name is Sarah. I'm so excited. We're calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
All right.
Okay.
Well, welcome to the Business Zone, Sarah. And who is the other person with you?
Thank you. My husband, John, is next to us.
Hey,
We're
John.
driving home after work in rush hour traffic.
All right.
So we're going to have to mail your book to Atlanta?
We are huge fans. I heard about the interview through social media, and we just tuned in. And
All
we have read
right.
book 1.
I
We have
love
read book
that.
2. We are big fans of MJ Duffy's, and we are so excited for book 3 to come out.
Oh,
Well,
right.
well, MJ, do you want to talk to them? And,
Well, welcome aboard, and thank you so much. I know that couples love my book because of The Chosen,
Well, I'm newly married, so I'm going to get into it.
and have him very close by.
have them real close by.
But I know that couples do enjoy the book, and the reason why there's a tremendous emphasis on wedded bliss. I believe that there truly is a person that will mirror you and is your chosen. Is the
I found
person.
mine.
I know you did.
I believe
and
that
it doesn't
too.
matter about time because they're out there. And the problem is it's not a problem, but we generally settle. But there is someone
Yeah.
that really resonates.
Yeah.
In the book, the woman really never recognizes her mate initially. But the man does. There is a tsunami of emotions
That's
when he
amazing.
comes into the room.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did Sarah and John, did you guys read the book together?
Yes, we did.
All right.
and were you like me? Did you read it in 24 hours?
You know what? It took us a little more time than that, but we became big fans.
Excellent. Excellent. Now, what did you like most about the book, Sarah?
What I liked the most, I have to say, is it seemed to mirror our own life. Because I truly feel that my husband is my chosen.
Wow. Very good.
I feel the same way.
Absolutely.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
I love it. I love it, John. Love it.
So we have been waiting. I've been waiting for it because I see that your second book came out when?
It actually came out in almost 2015.
Okay.
And then there were a couple of personal tragedies that went on in my life, and I didn't write almost 4 or 5 years. Wow. But some fans looked me up and said,
"Get
if
back
you
to
do
it.
not write that third book, we will hunt you down like wounded tigers."
and Sarah, was that you too?
Been waiting.
Well, definitely, her books, that's how I felt about them when and here's my thing, and I don't know, are you a fan of paranormal thrillers, or was her genre the first one for you?
We're excited. We're big fans of sci-fi. We have also been a part of the DragonCon convention here in Atlanta. So
Wow.
we love MJ Duffy make an appearance. That is our world.
And so I was a fan at that time. That's the genre I was reading. And so when I first read her book, I was a big follower of Judith Krantz, which writes the same, in that same kind of, and she had created this also mystical world. And when I read MJ's book, I went, "Oh my God, you're going to be in the same capacity or the same place she is," because the writing is just that excellent. She draws you into the stories and all the other activities, and you feel like you're part of the whole thing. You feel like you're ready to go to Zonkly Land too.
Well, Sarah and John, don't hang up. I want you guys to stay online, and our production manager will take your information so we can mail you your book. Okay?
Well, they already have it.
You already have the book?
They have 1 and 2.
Oh.
Absolutely. Yes.
Oh.
So they're going to give this to the next caller.
They're just waiting for book 3. But thank you so much for calling in, and I'm sure that made you feel extremely.
It did. Just thrilled.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Sarah and John, for calling. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. Thanks.
Yeah, so I was just saying, if that second caller don't come in, I'm going to buy these 2 books. Right? So call on in if you want one.
But not really.
Right, because me and my new husband, we need to read this.
So let me give you the number again so you guys can call in to get your copy of this book right here. It's an amazing read, and it's good for couples. And the number here is 323-293-3375. That's 323-293-3375. Give us a call here at the Business Zone to pick up your copy of the Zonkly Chronicles.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I want to share something else. I know that there are many people who have a book, a manuscript inside their head. So one of the things that I do is I coach and assist people in getting the manuscript out of their head on paper, published and marketed. One of my, I don't do a lot of it. I'll be very candid. I take only one person at a time. Okay. I can't
And that's
do that.
manageable.
Yeah, I
Yes,
really
ma'am.
can't. But I just finished with the author, Lewis Shepard, who
Her
just,
new client right here.
Yes.
All y'all just, you're off right now because it's going to be me.
the Milk Monster. So he just finished that. It just went on Amazon yesterday. I'm so proud of him.
Oh, fantastic.
But when he came to me, the good news is he had a little bit more than just a concept. He truly did have some writing done. Okay. And I was able to connect him with an editor. I don't edit books. I just help you do what you want to do and get that story out of you, and give you the incentive to be very organized and very committed to writing daily. If
So
you
you
do
like
that,
a
you'll
coach?
get
yes,
that's right. And I give them
an encourager. I need an encourager.
and a swift kick when they don't get it. They need that.
My honey is now watching. Taco Sam, see him right there.
Hi,
honey.
Hi.
Honey, we're going to be reading this book if nobody calls in for it. 323-293-3375. Call in, honey, for this book.
I got a call last week. I have to share this from a doctor, a fellow doctor, that I had a medical doctor. I'm not a medical doctor. Let me keep my hands down because I will definitely hit everything. And she said, you know what? This book has been sitting on my night table for almost 2 years.
Wow.
And has been calling to me, but I had every excuse not to read it. She says, I have to tell you, she is Nigerian, that this is the best book I've ever read in my life. I'm going to tell anybody sitting out there on the fence, I don't know if I want to get the book.
Yeah.
It's not because I'm the writer, because there are things in there that you will learn about your mate
too. Yes.
And you will learn about the natural chemicals in your brain if you are single that you need to mobilize. You do need to mobilize them. You've heard of the grouchy old man and the bitter old woman. I can tell you, reading romance and reading books like this, oh my goodness.
Wow.
It takes
so many downloads is coming.
Yes.
It's getting me excited now. I'm going,
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Single ladies, y'all better get this book.
It's great for couples.
Some of y'all wonder why you ain't married. You better get this book.
So for the book launch, you actually have an event planned,
Yes,
right?
I do. It's on March 29th. Thank you so much for reminding me.
Women's History Month.
Yeah, it is. And that's why we did it that way.
Absolutely.
I could have done African history, which would have, but it's so crowded. And I said, you'll miss it. So at the Culver City Veterans Memorial Complex on March 29th, which is a Sunday, from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., we will launch the Zonkley Experience. A part of that is you will see there are chapters in my book that actually have scenes from Africa, scenes from the Caribbean, scenes from South Central Los Angeles,
I can play that
and
role.
scenes from corporate America. I didn't write one thing in there that I didn't know about. Now, there are a lot of activities that friends had shared with me. I have to say, I haven't done everything that's in my book.
He said, let me clarify that right now.
Because I had someone stand behind me at one event. He said,
Okay, so we've got about 60 seconds left, and we've got another caller on the line because they're claiming their book. So we want to go ahead. Caller, are you there? Are you on the line?
Yes, I am. How are you?
I'm doing fine. What's your name and where you're calling from, caller?
My name is Noah, and I'm actually calling from Florida.
All right. Well, welcome to the Business Zone with Crystal and Gilbert.
Well, good deal. I appreciate that. I'm actually on the road. I'm driving. But I was listening to the podcast and just wanted to let you know that I appreciate the information. I was looking forward to hearing more about it.
Oh, perfect. You want to speak with the author herself, Miss MJ Duffy?
Well, if something like that's possible,
absolutely. I'm here, and I'm all ears.
Afternoon,
Pardon me?
Good afternoon. No, I said, well, good afternoon. My apologies. I'm not used to being I'll put on the spot at the moment, but just wanted to say thank you. I appreciate you. I wanted to hear more about it. It was kind of sort of new to hearing about the series, so it sounded interesting. I just wanted to find out more.
So have you read any of the books?
I'm sorry?
Have you read any of her books?
I have not read any of them.
Okay, he gets book one.
I'm a complete novice.
Okay, well, you get book one. We're gonna have to get your address so we can mail that over to you because that was the request that she would be giving it away. Whoever called us, so you will be in for a treat. I don't know if you have a girlfriend, but you might want to go find one because you're gonna need to have her close by.
Oh my goodness.
You will definitely. And there is a reason why the books are red because they are red hot.
Red's my favorite
But they're
color.
full of history. I want to make sure you know that. I wanted to cloak it so that it is a popular book, but I wanted to make sure that you really got food about your ancestry. If you're a human being, your ancestry.
Okay.
All right. So I I want to thank you so much on behalf of the Business Zone. We're going to go ahead. We're almost out of time. So if you could stay on the line, don't hang up, stay on the line and give your information to our production manager. He'll make sure that you get a copy of this book, okay?
Okay.
All right. And
I appreciate it.
keep listening to the Business Zone, okay? Every Friday. What time is it now in Florida?
It's
Almost
7
7.
o'clock, 7:02.
7:02. So we come on at 3 to 4 Pacific time here in California. So that's going to be about, 7 your time?
6.
6 your time, right?
So
3
next-
hours difference.
Yeah, so next Friday when you're caught in traffic, just turn us on.
Turn us on, okay?
Sounds like a plan.
Thank you so much. You have a pleasant day.
You do the same. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So we may not have time for caller number 2, so this one is mine.
We're going to say Linda called in. So we want to thank you so much. This hour went by, as always, very quickly.
Yes.
So we want you guys on March 29th, 2020 from 4 to 7 p.m. At the Culver City Veteran Memorial Center at 4117 Overland Avenue in Culver City to come on out for the VIP reception or for the reception for the lunch package for an autographed copy of Book 3, The Zonkly Wines, The Hors d'oeuvres, storytelling and entertainment that all takes place in West Africa, the Caribbean, and the urban American theme rooms. It's going to be fantastic. The entire package is $75. And we'd love to have you come out, but you need to respond.
Let me make sure that if they mention this show,
Yeah.
they'll
Okay.
come out as a family and friend.
Oh,
so
beautiful.
it would only be $60.
So-
okay, but they have to mention the Business Zone.
Okay.
So if you mention the Business Zone when you come to this event, you will get the family and friends special.
And you can reach out to her at info.zonklychronicles, that's ZANKLICHRONICLE @gmail.com, or RSVP at 800-926-0079 at extension 805. So put that date in your calendar. March 29th is a Sunday afternoon. Great way to spend the afternoon. And come on out, mention the Business Zone so you can get your family and friends discount of $60. We want to make sure her launch is just off the chain, overflowing, and that she outsells out all of her books on that day.
And again, remember, this book is for lovers. If you guys are in a relationship or you would like to be in a relationship, this book will teach you guys a lot about being in that relationship, solidifying the relationship, and keeping and maintaining the
And
relationship.
keeping it exciting.
Keeping it exciting.
and for us newlyweds.
I love it.
So, Linda, you might have to order one so you can then get to two.
Okay, I can do that.
So we are...
So we're out of time, and I just want to make one last announcement before we go. My workshop, Contract Readiness Workshop, is going to be this Tuesday, January 21st, starting at 5 p.m. from 5 to 8 in Altadena. The address is 380 East Woodbury Drive, Altadena, California. The zip is 91801. Give me a call, and I'll give you more information on this. You guys got to be there. Our goal is to get 50 small businesses contract ready by the end of the year. 50. So you guys can get contract opportunities and bid on the $3.9 billion in contracts that the County of Los Angeles has, and they claim they cannot find any qualified small businesses. You know they're out there. You know you guys are out
Hey,
there.
Lisa,
So give
thank
us
you
a
for
call.
watching us.
So the phone number is 888-882-1168. That's 888-882-1168. Give us a call.
And I want to thank everyone for tuning in on my Facebook Live. Hi, Lori, and everyone that's there. I won't call out all your names, but just know that I appreciate you tuning in. And next time, tune in at mooresmediastudios.com on YouTube, and you can see the whole entire show. And make sure you subscribe to our channel.
Yes.
You can find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, myself. And we want to thank you guys for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed it. Go to Amazon. Is that where we're going to get your book? Or
You can go to Amazon, and you can get either ebook or you can get the paperback.
Oh, I love to hear
I
it.
suggest, I suggest you get the paperback.
Read it.
Yeah, well,
in our case, we need to be in the bed reading
It's an investment.
Yes.
Yeah, it's an investment. And next week we have Linda back, and Linda's coming on, and we're going to have Dr. George Frazier come on, and he's going to talk about Frazier Nation. So stay tuned. Put us on your speed dial. Subscribe to us so you know that we on. And thank you guys. And we're going to tune.
And if you guys have missed any shows at all, you can go to YouTube and type The Business Zone with Crystal and Gilbert, and you can look back on any shows that we've done over the last 3 years. It's all about business. We try to help small businesses become business ready, contract ready, and bank loan ready. So check it out and subscribe. Subscribe when you go to...
And have a great MLK Day on Monday. Enjoy the parade or whatever else, your service. If you're going to provide service to the community, that's a great thing to do on MLK Day. And we're going to sign off and see you guys next week. Have a great weekend, and thank you for tuning in. And we appreciate it.
We're out.
And we're out.
Bye.
As a small biz pro, so we roll, using procurement, program, and control. As a small biz pro, so we grow, using procurement, program, and control. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur.